educator, because I'm the only one here. I didn't want to bother Amanda with attempting to make a video with her because she's super busy and she never reads my messages anyway, and I'm crazy impatient. So, without further ado, here is the second installment of Real Talk. I have been noticing a lot of videos online, since I've been spending a lot of time on it, about body image, and specifically about videos of people who have lost a substantial amount of weight, but they're still left with all of this excess skin, because at their heaviest, all their skin had stretched, and when they lost this weight, when they became healthy again, they just have this weird type of appearance, and people have been being super cruel to them, and people are rude. And it really made me want to talk about body image. In the Western culture, we have some crazy beauty standards. The men don't have it. I want to say they don't have it as bad, but it is still pretty bad on their side. They're supposed to be like super buff, like Chris Hemsworth. And although that is achievable, it's super difficult. I don't want to know how much steak he ate to get those big rippling muscles. But, because I'm not a dude, I'm not really going to talk about that aspect too much, because I'm really going to focus more on the woman side of it, because we're held to a little bit higher of a extreme, I guess. I mean, they're both kind of extreme, but anyway, Western culture kind of puts forth that women should be super, super thin. And with how interconnected we are with the internet and instant video, we are exposed to images of super thin models and photoshopped women who look nothing like themselves. And so as we're growing up, as we're getting older, we're seeing these images and we're thinking that we're supposed to be like that. That we're supposed to be super thin and super pale, and that's just not realistic. Statistically, I believe the average size for a woman is a size 14. And getting from that to a size 0 is a severe change. That is probably not possible. I mean, there's probably some cases that it was and it had happened, but the thing is, with body image, because we have such strict standards and we have such a want to fit in and to be accepted, we develop what's called body dysmorphia, where when we look in the mirror, what we see is not what we are. We see someone that is different from who we are. We pick out the slightest changes, the slightest differences, like, oh, my one eyebrow is higher than the other, and we focus on those things. And a lot of times with body dysmorphia, it can morph into something even worse, like anorexia and bulimia. And those are both illnesses. Those are both something that needs to be treated by a medical professional, because there is proof that the brain of someone with anorexia is so much different than the brain of someone who does not have it. And it's due to these high standards that we're putting ourselves at risk for, not eating, our organs shutting down, our skin becoming translucent. And I really wanted to say that it doesn't matter what your pant size is. It doesn't matter what you look like. What matters is your health. What matters is if you love yourself or not. And yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard to love yourself because you live with yourself and you're like, God, I'm such an idiot. But the thing is, when you look in the mirror, if you don't love what you see, there are many alternative ways to changing that don't involve starving yourself or purging yourself. You can, eat more fruit, cut out, that cake. And I sometimes go on Pinterest and I look at fitness inspiration and Thinspo to just get me motivated when I'm warming up, so I can be like, yeah, that's what I want to be, that's what I want to look like, I want to have those abs. And I've noticed some of them are like, never miss a Monday, and it's like, they're kind of mean in a way, and I want you guys to know that it's okay to miss a Monday. If you have a setback, that's okay. As long as you keep pushing forward, you're gonna have setbacks in life. That's what life does to you. It punches you in the face when, you thought that you were getting along, and it's just gonna throat punch you right down those stairs. But what matters is you picking yourself back up off the floor and pushing forward. And yeah, you're probably gonna plateau. You're gonna run into that where you're like the same weight. And again, with weight, you don't really want to worry too much about it, because weight does not determine who you are as a person. I weigh a lot more than people think, and it's not because I'm overweight. I'm just built differently. I'm built a little thicker, and I run a lot, and I weightlift. So I have these muscles, and muscle weighs a lot more than fat. So instead of worrying about the numbers on the scale and worrying about the calories, worry about how healthy you are. How do you feel? Because I noticed when I started eating better, when I started eating more fruit and getting rid of things that come in packages, that I was feeling a lot more energized, and I was a lot more happy-go-lucky, and I felt elevated. And sometimes I'll hit those lows again and I'll be like, why is my face this way? But I come back from that. And yeah, sometimes I'm really, really vain, but I'd much rather be vain than hate myself again. And that's all that really matters, is you have to love yourself. You have to want to change for you, not for anyone else. That's the most important thing, is that you love yourself. That you're healthy. Not that you're a size 00. Not that you have these super huge muscles. That you're healthy. So instead of starving yourself, treat yourself. If you work super hard, if you pushed forth, ran an extra mile, lifted a little extra more, you're a little extra sore, you made sure that you didn't eat any sweets, you stuck to your meal plan throughout the entire week, have an extra slice of cake. Treat yourself. Because that's not going to set you back. You're going to be okay. Just don't do it all the time. It's okay to eat a little bad sometimes. It's just you have to make the active choice to eat healthy 90% of the time. 95% of the time, depending on how fast you want to lose that weight. And again, the most important thing is that you are healthy and that you love yourself. I mean, you don't have to be a size 5 to have super high body confidence. I know a girl that is super crazy confident, and she's definitely nowhere near this perfect woman. And I love her to death because she's just this bursting thing of energy. So, just be healthy. And if you know someone who is struggling with an eating disorder, talk to them. Tell them that you're there to support them, and offer some sort of, maybe you should check into a hospital. Maybe you should see a doctor about this, because it's super concerning when a friend of yours isn't eating. It's super concerning when anyone isn't eating. Like, you need that food. I mean, have you ever had fries? I mean, come on. But just remember to love yourself and to be healthy. And that's all that matters, as long as you're happy. That's all that matters. I have put, since this is present tense now, the links to our social media in the description below, including Amanda's, because even though she's not here, she's still part of the Educators. And you can feel free to message us. I don't know why I keep saying that wrong. Message us? What is wrong with me? With any suggestions, questions, or comments on any of our videos, or if you just like to talk about something, we're here too. Go ahead, message us. Message balls! Okay, I'm obviously super tired, so I'm just gonna stop it and go to bed. So remember to love yourself and be happy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.